want to do one of the most classic build challenges in The Sims 4, which is every room is a different color. These types of challenges were the first videos that got me into watching Sims videos, got me back into the game after so long, and I've never attempted it. So I think today is going to be that day. I have been building a lot of very specific community lots recently because I'm trying to make a lot of small businesses for my base save. I want them to look a really specific way, have a lot of detail in them because I want to revisit them a lot. And I just think today it might be nice to do something a little more fun and less stressful. We can do silly goofy build challenges. I've only done an every room as a different blank challenge once before when I did kind of naturey rustic packs. Enchanted by Nature came out, so I'm excited that this one is very themed. I went ahead and made 6 rooms in a tiny house. I'm not sure it looks that great, but we'll make it work. I haven't built like an actual house in so long after Enchanted by Nature and then all of the community builds I've been doing that I feel really out of practice. This way we'll have 7 colors. We'll have a living room, we'll have a primary bedroom, a kid's bedroom, a bathroom, a dining room, and then a kitchen. And then we will spin a color for the outside, which honestly might be the most chaotic part. I was gonna say maybe we start with the living room, but now I'm thinking we should maybe start with the outside, and it will give us a vibe of how bad this is gonna be. You've probably seen one of these before if you've watched one of these challenges, but let's spin for the exterior. I'm really scared. I don't want pink. Blue! Well, that's normal. There's so much blue in The Sims. Okay. And you'll have to believe me when I say I've only spun one. Trust me, I'm ready for this to look a little strange. I'm thinking we maybe do a siding and then a little shingle up top because I really do love shingles. Like, those scalloped ones are so pretty. I think that's really beautiful together. It's annoying that the columns disappear, but we could always replace them with real columns. Here's the question though, do they have to be blue? Because those are white. And I'm not gonna play super strict where if you get purple for a toilet and there's no purple toilet, then you don't get anything. So maybe I let myself just have a little column. That way that doesn't drive me crazy. And that classic get together one in just a light gray is not bad. We want the house to have a fighting chance, right? I'm only doing this because the actual wallpaper doesn't like when you have one tile spaces. When it comes to a roof, I feel like we should have to do a blue roof, but maybe this is where we lose it. That steel is technically blue. If it's categorized as blue, I think it counts. That's not that offensive. And unfortunately, I think everything else is offensive. You know, that's not horrible either. They're all just so different. I'm torn. I think maybe we do that one. What about blue trim? I do think a little trim would be nice, which means we need to put some flooring down up here. I really like to do a trim when the shingles are different because it helps provide a nice break. This roof texture shows the thinner ones more. That one's pretty simple. And then just some kind of blue roof trim. If this was any other color, we would be so out of luck, but we have some nice blue stuff in this game. I think I'm feeling this double door. I want to take advantage of the space that we have. Oh, I really like these Strangerville windows. Strangerville has some of my favorite build stuff. And you know what? I'm not going to be afraid to say it. Unironically, it's just such a beautiful and clean build style. Oh, Businesses and Hobbies has a lot of good blue stuff too. I may just be boring and do the Strangerville ones though. They might look a little chaotic because the blue trim you'll be able to see on the inside, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We'll need a little blue walkway. This might be a problem. That's technically blue. That's cute. The game says it's blue. I'm not gonna argue. The decision to have little stairs or not might depend on what the blue stairs look like. I think that's very sweet. We use the Strangerville ones. I'm telling you, Strangerville build is so nice. I hate to say it, I like it. This is just a slight problem. In challenges like this, are you more in the camp of still use regular foliage because you're not gonna find blue trees? Or are you true to the source material all the way? Because I might be absolutely committing a sin if you think there's no reason to only do blue landscaping because that's just not possible. That's pretty. We do have some nice smaller blue stuff. Just tree-wise is a little difficult. What I never do, I never fence in landscaping and make it look very intentional. That's what my parents' house looks like dedicated shrubs in the front. Maybe I try that here? Like, our house kind of looks like that. You have big shrubs in the front. And is it kind of blocking the window? Yeah, it's realistic. Maybe this one because it's the same flowers and it's a little shorter, and we can always put this one in this corner. Kind of like it. And we can just place little guys over here. Really like those. What kind of flowers are those? Hollyhocks? I would like some hollyhocks in real life. That's beautiful. The side's just a little more filled in there. And then the front is just a little more manicured. Listen, if the build is going to be wacky and I'm never going to play in it, it might be the time to test out different techniques. I will make this just dirt, however, and not do blue. I hope you can forgive me for getting creative, people. Maybe we can get this little blue bird feeder right here. Yeah, I think we can. Some little outdoor light. I'm gonna be heartbroken when the inside turns into a mess. I can already tell. And then we can make some kind of patio space back here. One of these tables would definitely be nice. Never used different swatches on these swing sets, and that sky one is actually really pretty. I think I'll try it. Maybe just some counters that kind of match this. It's not very easy because they aren't blue top. I guess we'll just let it stand on its own. I know we have a blue swatch of a trash can from Businesses and Hobbies, but it might be in debug. I'm not positive, so I won't push it. That's cuter. I'm gonna use that one. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Nothing counts as blue in terrain paint. We can use that again then. I really want it curved, but I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, I think it was worth it. It wasn't that bad. Okay, whatever that was, that's fine. Realized I need a little more back here just to help. Let's get those lanterns, and maybe we can get this tree but sized down in the front to make it look a little different. Might leave it at that. It feels so empty, but I don't have anything else that is technically categorized as blue. I don't think I can use it. Is it worth it to get the little edge piece here? Does that look strange? I think it's better without. And then a tiny blue mailbox. For outdoor, I think that's pretty good for blue. I am quite happy with that. It's like a nice looking house now. I kind of almost don't want to ruin it. All right, speaking of ruining it, let's pick a color for the living room. Orange. You walk right into an orange living room. You know what? This might be okay because we have the Cozy Kitsch kit. Is this actually going to be the most incredible thing ever? I'm hopeful. I do want to get just some plain archways and doors because it's going to be hard to find a door that matches the right color for things on both sides. I think because orange is a lot more limited, we start with a couch that we like. That one's so nice and comfy. But then we have Cozy Kitsch. I think we should do that one. It's just so nice. Let's just get a lot of stuff from this pack out while we're here. We can kind of make that be the TV area, and then we can put a little desk over here, and that kind of separates the bedrooms from the living room. I'm sorry, I'm spinning us like crazy. Use the fireplace, or we could use these guys. We could use that over here. It's like a lot of orange, right? And the whole point is it's solid color. I'm not used to this. We can get it in orange. I guess we have to. Before we go any further, I'm gonna need to pick a floor and a wallpaper. Luckily, there's wood tones that come in orange, so that technically does count, and it's a little more neutral. Do you like that concrete? I know this doesn't really make as much sense when you're not living in like an apartment, but we could always do one wall that's brick. I know, do we have a brick house? No, but it's cute. And then maybe we do this one because it has some trim up at the top and the bottom, and it just breaks things up a little bit. I think that's nice. Having the Cozy Kitsch kit is kind of like cheating when it comes to an orange living room. It looks really good. I think we can fit some kind of skill building item over here. My instinct is telling me to put a desk there, but I will branch out if we can find something that fits. All of this orange is kind of making me want to do a Halloween house though. I think our hand is forced. I think we do need to do a desk, which is totally fine by me. Do wish the door was scooted over a little bit, but doesn't it look nice when it's centered outside? I might actually take this one and scoot it over a bit. I'm probably gonna have counters there, so the clipping won't really matter. We save some space by the entrance. Oh, that's so orange. I wish the legs on that were black, but they'll survive. The Grange mudroom does come in orange, but it might be like a different shade. Not bad. I think that's a lot of surfaces though. Maybe we just do this one. A plant would be perfect there. I want little shoes. Do the shoes not come in orange? That's sad. Okay, I think I'm liking that. Definitely need some kind of shoe clutter there. That brown pair kind of looks orange, so I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I think that counts. And then a nice tall orange bookshelf in this little corner. In theory, it fits very well, but we will have to see if we can get it in practice. Okay, there aren't many one tile wide ones, but if that is technically classified as orange, I think we do it. A little orange entrance mat would probably be really nice. I like that. Do think I'd like an orange rug. Should we try and fit a coffee table in here? That's so orange. This whole video is me just saying, wow, that's so blue. Wow, that's so orange. Maybe we can get this little retro phone over here because the Cozy Kitsch kit really gives me retro vibes. Little notebook, just two little clay pots. I love to block my TV with things. We can put the orange candles in the fake fireplace. We'll get some board games as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Those are really pretty orange curtains. Whatever that is, that looks really cool. Oh, maybe we should put it over here as like the central piece. You know that cork board? It's not orange, but it's tan. That kind of goes with the vibe, right? I think it does. That might be really nice right there. And I do like that that blue brings in a little bit of the blue we have, especially as you transition from outdoor to indoor. And then we just finish up this desk and we might be good. And a little Kleenex box in the back. I think that might be it for the orange living room. Or I say we've kind of gone 2 for 2. It's definitely probably jinxing it. I like it. Okay, I couldn't help myself. One more plant. Yeah, the plants are in the corners and it's kind of weird, but it's a perfect plant spot. Now we're done. Next, I think we should do the primary bedroom. That way we can break up the bedrooms a little bit as we go. A purple primary bedroom. I want it to be nice purple, not that like fuchsia pink purple. So this is our primary. I think it probably makes the most sense to plan around our bed, but we do have some nice options. That is so pretty. Windows are not center. I like that it kind of feels fun and a little younger for a primary bedroom. Let's see what we can find to go with it. Not a lot of purple flooring indeed. Oh, okay. Nice dark rich purple. I like this one, but those two combined does make it feel like it pushes teen. And then we could do a lighter purple with the walls, and that would bring in this bed if we still wanted to use this one. I'm a little worried about purple curtains because I made this window 3 wide when it wasn't normally 3 wide, and it's a little harder to match curtains to that. We do these panels. Don't like the pink on them. I think these are the curtains that we used in the living room, but maybe that will look a little better. Oh, I really don't like the pink. I really want to use the white, but I said I wouldn't. I wish this was more vibrant, but that just might be our best choice. We could do the 3 wide just because you get more window in it. We'll give that a second. Purple accent tables. I would love to get some more light purple in here after doing the dark purple stuff. I think this is the one that matches. Boy, is that a giant nightstand. I know it's clipping into the curtain a little bit, but I don't really mind that. Very sorry if you do. Maybe we try and use this wardrobe because I haven't used it as much and see if we can get a little ottoman under the window. Life and death one's not bad. I like that. We will need some type of full-size mirror. This wall is super blank. You can put that behind the door. What can we put here to make use of this? I don't want to just do another desk because we already have one on the outside. Purple. Get a clothing rack. I know we have a wardrobe, but maybe they really like clothes. It's not a crime. I think we should do it. We're pushing the boundaries today, and I don't think I've ever actually put a clothing rack in a build. This has the gold and the yellow together. Maybe we sneak that in that corner. And I basically always need one of my 2 nightstands to have some kind of plant on it. Pretty. And if I size this down, I think that would... Oh, that one's ginormous. If we size this one down, that looks pretty nice right there. Oh, it could be nice to tuck a little bit of workout equipment over here. That's kind of where I keep it in my house, is right behind the couch. Maybe this sim can have a jewelry organizer, and this sim likes music. And then we can get 2 lights just for the ends. I think I like these ones. And then because those lights are just never enough, could use this spot for a floor lamp, I guess, but the purple floor lamps are not good. Okay, we can get an overhead light instead. Get that. I think it needs one more little piece, so I'll just give them some cross stitch. It gives another activity to do, and I will say this purple bedroom is done. I'm not too mad about it. Okay, we have 3 colors done, 4 to go. Let's spin for the dining room. I think a pink dining room would be a nightmare. Okay, yellow's not bad. Even if we can't get yellow tables, luckily a lot of wood tones are pretty yellow, and so we can kind of fudge it that way. I don't love this table, but I do think it kind of fits the vibe of the people that we've been making so far. These ones, do these go with this table? They might. You know, suddenly that 3 wide table is seeming a little big. I don't think I am a great judge of space. It doesn't ruin the spirit because it has blue in it, right? Just an accent color. It's just the best yellow table. Do you want me to make it look ugly? I feel like you often see wood in a dining room, so this is a little challenging because that's our main wood. I'm a bit stumped. That just feels so cold. That's so ugh. Most all of our yellow options are stone or tile. Is that a little chaotic? Maybe this one will work because it kind of ties in that darker yellow shades. I think it was going really well until we got here. I do not think it's going well any longer. We can get a nice little curtain. Maybe we can find a picture or some kind of wall decoration that will tie it all together, or not. I do like this piece. Maybe we put that over there and we still look for a big piece on this side. Or we take this and we put that there because we don't have better options. Okay, does this feel like it's not in the spirit of the challenge? Because it brings the blue in and it's categorized as yellow. Really want to do it, but I feel like maybe it's a little too much. I think we just put that one in that corner. We can do my favorite standing plant in the game, hanging plant. We'll put you there for now. I love those, and I really like the plain base to help cool down the busy pattern. Do a plant shelf. That is one thing I need to commit to memory, where those like hutch items are. You can tell I don't know what to do with this room because I'm just shoving plants in it. Yellow is hard. Oh, some sunflowers. That one. And this little new one, just a little long. I guess I could raise it up because it's just the roof. And they have a plant corner. Nothing wrong with that. And maybe we can add the thermostat in here. The thermostat's in the dining room in my parents' house, so that's where I always put it. And then a light, of course. How could I forget? Well, I kind of wish I left room for a floor light now. Do you think we could put it in that corner and move the door over a little bit? And then add a little ceiling lamp for good measure. Could be worse. There is our yellow dining room. Not horrible. Could be so much worse. Maybe we spin for the bathroom now. Goodness, I don't want a red bathroom. I don't think I want a pink bathroom. I want a green bathroom. Oh no. That might be my fault for jinxing it. You see, what really scares me is I think we have a red talking toilet. I'm really worried that if that's our only red, I now have to use it. It's not our only one, but it's one of our best options. I feel like that's cheating. I know I said if it's counted as red, then it's fine, but is that really in good faith? I don't think so. The talking toilet. Why do I have honor? Oh goodness. Okay, well, this life and death shower is gorgeous. Wondering if we can fit a bathtub here. And then I'm thinking we try and fit a toilet and a sink here. That's classified as red. It doesn't feel as cheaty as the eco lifestyle one. I mean, it's not bad. I think this tub is too dramatic. I think they all are. I think it's too dramatic, I say, as I use that one. It's so red. I just want it to feel like it follows the train of style. And I will compromise with using the talking toilet if I can lose the bathtub. It's so red. Let's get some built-in sinks. That's a kitchen sink though. That's like really clearly a kitchen sink. I don't know if I can do that. Oh my goodness, I'm trying. What sinks would look the best next to each other? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think these hexagon tiles are better. I think the darker red on the walls helps. I do think that the sinks are a bit bright red now, especially compared to that stuff, but the sinks are so hard. Maybe we do these. It's kind of moody. I'm curious about what kind of red mirrors we might have. Obviously, if I have two sinks, you kind of think you need two mirrors. I feel like the overhead lighting in this game is just really weird with how the shadows are made. I know that I want them all to be like different and unique, but I don't know, they're weird. I hate how low that hangs. Well, luckily we have this roof, or else we wouldn't be able to raise things up as much as I want. Like the brightness of this towel. I would put the robe, but I feel like it's really close to the toilet. Maybe we can sneak the robe over here. A nice skinny plant next to our talking toilet. It's always a good option. I believe we're actually doing the talking toilet. Maybe a little bath mat in red, of course. Bright red helps bring out some more color. I'm gonna put that there for now in case nothing comes in red. It's technically red. It has the one red bottle. No toothbrushes. No. Okay. Toothpaste. I had that the first time, and soap. I'm ignoring things that are right in front of my face. Yeah, that's actually really, really nice. Okay. I think this is our red bathroom done. We have 2 rooms left, so this wheel is going to decide both of them. I honestly think both colors will be great for either, so I'm not too worried. I didn't pick which one this would be. We're rolling for the kids' bedroom. And if it's pink, then it was meant to be. Okay. A pink kids' bedroom and then a green kitchen. I mean, we can have a lot of fun with a pink kids' bedroom. Never used this swatch. Should we do it? Right by the window? Classic pink flooring. Okay, a light pink carpet. That's the fuchsia. So I think we're gonna do this one, which is adorable. I'm not complaining. I would like something a little brighter on the walls just for fun. But do we mean that bright? I kind of like this big swoop. I'm really torn. Oh goodness. Ooh. Even though the bar doesn't go all the way to the edge, I think it's better. The all pink Blarfy. That's an absolute must. Oh, or should we do that one? There has to be some activity table that's pink. Yeah, that's really cute too. Could do the lighter pink. This is the worst room so far. Oh no. The room's just kind of teensy tiny. I was going kid. Maybe we should try teen. I just think we might have better options. Oh, now wait a minute. How best to orient everything? We can't. We just simply can't fit it all in. Maybe not the vanity. Maybe we do this nice chair. We can do this tall and skinny dresser and kind of pop that chair in the corner. I know it looks weird. I'm trying. I think that's fine. I think it would be worth it. I think if you have friends over, you would want somewhere for them to sit. I'm really overthinking it. We're at the end of this. It's a silly color challenge. I will survive. These could be cool, and I feel like they age the place up just a little bit. And then maybe we give her a pegboard, little place for clutter where we didn't have any before. Does the orange mess up the single color challenge? I think it complements that really nicely. Let's do it. And then just some nice clutter. Ooh, let's get some pink shoes. Kind of kicked off at the foot of the bed. I also like the idea of just some magazines, and that brings the orange in a little bit too. And throw some notebooks up there and maybe some nice headphones. I bet we could sneak this in at the foot of the bed. Can't tell what's on it, but you can tell that it's storage for like crafts and stuff. We can do like a little makeup kit and maybe some nail polish. That's really cute. Do we think we have room for a nightstand? I'm not sure. Yeah, nothing's really speaking to me. Oh my goodness, I want to give them a disco ball. That one's pretty cute though. Dark! All of the lights are darker than I want them to be. This is such a classic. Let's just do that one. It says it's pink, so I will accept it. And the last thing will be if we can squeeze a plant in here, because it doesn't feel like a finished room unless I have a plant in it. Kind of feel like we need to do the pink. Whoa, that's way too high. Oh, it's a little too leafy. Oh, I'm so close. Little piggy. Okay, it's snug. I think we should just call it here. This is our pink teen bedroom. Is it my least favorite one? Yeah, but I still think for what it is, it's not bad. Last but certainly not least is our green kitchen. I know with the kitchen, we are spoiled for choice. We have Home Chef Hustle, we have Life and Death, we have Country Kitchen. We might have too many options that we won't be able to pick. Home Chef Hustle doesn't come in green? Are we sure about that? Are we really sure about that? Ew, this pastel green almost isn't the vibe with how vibrant this whole place is. Do you think we should do this one? Kind of nervous. Those ones can be higher. Oh, that is such a green. Am I making a silly decision? Because if there's a green fridge, we're gonna need to use it and it's not gonna match this. That Smeg looking one, that matches well enough. We're okay, we're safe. I feel like everything that I've been building, I've just been putting an oven right underneath a window now. I know it makes no sense. For some reason, I can't stop. Just, it's so much nicer when you have that. I guess we'll get rid of it. It's the best green that matches. Ooh, we can get a fun end piece. Really tuck it in there. Now let's make sure that we can find a tile that doesn't clash with this entire thing. Oh my goodness. I don't want to use the hexagons again because I just used them, but they probably would look the best. Oh my goodness. This would be a nightmare to cook in. You know what? That's actually very nice. We're committing to that. No take backs. Is the only inset green sink that one? I can't use that. Do I have to use that? I mean, that green matches perfectly. That honestly looks better to me than using that teal sink. What do we do? Oh, the lighting is horrible. Do we do that? We raise it up? Oh, might raise it up. I know that's so weird, but it's better. I'm so sorry about the lighting. I think it's a price that we're gonna have to pay. Okay, I know this is goofy, but I'm kind of going back to this base plate and I think I want it. I can't use that other sink. I can't let this whole thing fall apart right at the very end. I won't do it. I'm actually excited about how this house turned out and I can't do that. Get the little tiny one. We have a little fume hood and then just an extra one there. It's definitely not the cutest green kitchen I thought of when I came to make a green kitchen, and then we ended up with this. Put them a little higher. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of sweet. Goodness, definitely that. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Oh, the appliances come in that crazy green. I think the kettle's really nice. Tuck it in that corner. Just get that little guy back there. Yeah, that's really cute. Boy, when it comes to kitchen clutter, green is not the color of choice. Those aprons have to come in green. Oh, it's green and red. Oh, that's horrible. Oh boy. I keep doing this. It's been today's like nervous habit of the day, I guess. Some jars. That's good. Green jars. Maybe we just make that the counter with all of the jars. Some limes. Yeah. All right. Move over here. Okay, then that can be the cooking counter. I know I used that in the other room, but I think that's very realistic. I'm gonna want a floor mat, but getting the right tone might be a little difficult. Did we really just fall off the wagon with this last one? Have that nice green light. The space is so empty in the middle, but it's kind of by design. Not really sure what else we could do. Oh, that's fancy. There's a lot of fancy green artwork that I don't use very often. I was gonna use these ones because I feel like they would look really good in here. I have paintings kind of like this in my dining room of 4 different herbs that I got from a consignment shop when I was moving out for grad school. You know what? We have an open space. Why not? This item from the kitchen clutter kit. Can we say that's a green? I really want to use this. I feel like it would take up the space pretty well. Are we okay with that? I feel like it's cheating. That's kind of green. Like, why? That can't be 3 blues. Watch. I'm gonna cheat at the very end. I have to. No. Let's take it outside. In the lovely lighting we have out here. Oh gosh, that's blue. That one's teal? Or is it blue versus dark blue? Oh, I feel like it's unclear enough that I can't do it. Do we have maybe just the tiniest console table that we can tuck in here? That helps. Yeah, I think that helps. My favorite plant of the entire game. This has to happen. I should say second favorite plant. I will not cheat on my favorite. Just something tiny for this table. Maybe this little teapot. I know we have a kettle, but they're just really big tea fans. We're so close. I know we did magazines in the other room, but I like this green, so we'll do the green. That's nice. It's just a little something. It fills in the space. I know this room is ginormous, but please do forgive me. Maybe we scoot that out a little bit. Okay, here is our finished green kitchen. Now, let me give you a tour of the whole thing. Here is my finished product of building in The Sims 4, but every room is a different color challenge. We got blue for the outside. Just a quaint little house, a cozy backyard. When you walk in, we have our orange living room, if you weren't sure what the next color was, a nice little bookshelf, and then entrance into our 2 bedrooms. The first is our primary, which is purple. I'm actually pretty happy with this one. Come into the second, we have our teen room, and that is pink. This one, not sure. You come in here, we have our dining room. Honestly, I wasn't feeling this at first. I think we pulled this one out of the mud. Off of the dining room, we have our green kitchen. I think this is where I just absolutely failed. It's fine. And then off the dining room, we have our very red bathroom. I'm gonna be honest, I think we succeeded pretty well. This could be a whole lot worse, but it probably could be better. Okay, I'm gonna throw it up. Alt room color challenge. Hey, if you want to play with it, knock yourself out. If you want to do it better, knock yourself out. Thank you for hanging out with me as I did this. This was as fun as I was hoping it would be, and a very nice breaks from some of the builds that I've been doing. It got me inspired to do houses again. If you like building in The Sims, if you like any Sims videos, feel free to subscribe and stick around. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all later. Bye.